Thought that me da hona me dwene say in MPP pa ni ye wo region bi wo ho a omuni one parliamentary seat e wo ho what me say yara hosem na enye asantemanya MPP egu
enye asantemanya
MPP egu 2024
ede president mama nani adia na se osu asofu a mo de president mama butu ho ese nyame de na bre yen amobọ ni enhira ne adom ne ho ahwan se nyame nakoma penti kese turumudie ekoso
bebe na ekoso
me ka jose ma fo di om turumude
na po
na ja po na me ma so se media go
ade ne shase
da no ko na so mo de mfanti no echeche mu a
omo chire se omo kan se
Akufado oneni jitumuzi ho open kofu wo ezi wo trum atufo se na echeche mu
sa no kan se
enti wo zi wo trum wo parliament ne cha mi don means hey bro
no to trumu we need John Dramani Mahama to come and sign the bill into law.
President Mahama has been clear that he will sign that bill, and he has no option than to sign that bill. President Mahama will know no peace from Sam George until he signs that bill. And he himself has said that to the clergy, that as a Christian, as a member of the Assemblies of God Church, he will sign that bill.
My duty in my faith is against LGBTQ. My Assemblies of God. If we say the faith I have, Empene say Bema, Bewari Bema, Oba, Bewari Oba. Regarding LGBTQ plus issues, it remains a highly emotive and sensitive issue, even in the most advanced liberal democracies. I explained during my recent engagement with the World Affairs Council that it's not the most important issue we face as a nation. We're still grappling with the provisions of basic needs of education, healthcare, jobs, food, clothing, and shelter. Nevertheless, the private members' bill introduced in Parliament has sparked a complex and sensitive national conversation. Our position is guided by our Constitution, respect for human rights and dignity of all persons, and the need to preserve social cohesion. While there are strong and differing views within our society, we believe that these issues must be addressed through democratic processes, our core values, dialogue, and the rule of law. I'm also mindful of reactions from our international partners, including the recent developments such as Lincoln University's withdrawal of their honorary doctorate. These developments underscore the importance of continued engagement and mutual respect, and of situating our national decisions within our constitutional and cultural context. Ghana will continue to uphold its democratic values while engaging constructively with the international community. The issue of LGBTQ rights are emotive, and they are not completely settled in terms of their nuances and arguments, not only in Ghana but all over the world. Even here in the United States, you still have discourse on LGBTQ rights. There are still 26 states in America that have legislation that restricts LGBTQ rights. And so for a country like Ghana, our democracy is playing out in respect to what those rights are. And let me point out that the
President Mahama and then the NDC, Ministry of Education, ne Nakafo, ne Ghana Education Service, akotin team sakrate ye krami. Mitumran machesi, krate krami, physical education and health, teacher manual. At the Akko schools bia. Omu koyen so ama omu free teacher for no ye workshop ma training omu kwan se faso. No omu ekire sa women. Na week na di kan na kura no bia school a week 1 kata fan to so miensa ubie wa Uyem beshew, the diachre wo ma, every January nim. Almost say, President Mahama ne aban NDC aban say, wo ma no, yen chre wo ya chre wo so say. Say wo you oban ye be ma no, enye sab de de wo ayetua sabe. Nye de ma wo e wo bra ye wo. Na emom no waten kan nya wo mu. E na be chre say wo you oban na say wo ye be ma. Na mpo no, wo pa betumi aye oban, wo pa betumi aye be ma. Na de twa akoma mu pon say wo pekra betumi afa mi ru nyina boso. Ene anopa sorry asem ye oban, e be du anyimro sem ye be ma. Enti de bia happen no the feelings e be ba no e na ase wo ye. Na eno ne e kire ye wo fi. Eno ne kire wa sorry dem. Eno ne kire o mosque.
Oba bi wo ha. Oba, wo ba. Wo nua, wo fase. Na akora keto wa kusku. Na yebusa ne se den ne ma hu se wo ye be ma. Book ya President Muhammad ya be kire se akora ne se na ten kan e wo ni mu no. E na e kire. E ade ayi hu pa. Me emfa ne trasa, ye be sere ya sofo. Any imams, any penning for say pressure bia also mudi si yura Mahama so. Ya na no ahye timi di wura book him opani di book yaba. Baby edu na hu pa say wo ba e kusku ha. Sebi anya do sebi kronto. At the time ne dia hye book him. Si yem ko kire wo ba.
Ye catch man pedi Mahama ne say. So what's come we kuku akuafo promise wo. Na se wadane wachi di ama wo ati wo price so na se mu di hia na wa promise galamsey se wo ba be to ahye so ahwe e ma ye man no yinsu ni ade nyansu panom environment no answer ba e kwafe no abaye hye ya say environment no waskam
ede President Mahama nani ade ana se osu asofo a mo de President Mahama butu ho ese nyame de na bre yen amobọ ni enhira ne adom ne ho ahwan se nyame nakoma penti kese turumudie ekoso
Dane na ekoso.
me ka jose ma for drum turumude
Oh, ya po.
na ka po na be ma so se media go
Sade ne sha se se nye ne.
Rina! Sabie! Ya! Rina! Sabie! Ya!
Dam apono so na ye ba be di ehon komo ya no wakai say ye live on TV and also live on Facebook, live on TikTok, also live on YouTube. Ghana Te Sen say the most authoritative political show in the afternoon. Television, so no one more Asha say speaker and at John one na pamfo ababidin komo afa or my crocro Ghana. And some Ghana for we'll talk about the LGBTQ. Say no, a political commentary Ghana has a biom. It was a political commentary some time ago. It has now become a political commentary unless and until says bill no a best cyber back to parliament and then back to the presidency na ya kase ya sign amana beyemra and yes adia kasa we the ebekoso akasa esan say the opposition when they were in government no one more anti sign but when they came to opposition no one more emma abine pressure abina wo no ebra no wo no so opposition no so ma abina no so that time and no more opposition no more pressure and then ekuomienu no say bako a play double standard game we so say one tenye masse and ye behwe na yetimi ahwe enkomo na nkasa no ehemfa ne gina why they play double standard game and what is the truth about the LGBTQ plus bill no and why it has not been signed into law ye kasa isisi anti ebedi nkomo so say enra the New Patriotic Party a press conference on that when we say honorable Intim Fojo has been very critical about weight on government a bill I know a part of it if you say when the parliament dies that bill also die automatically and now yet me and come whether the bill is not dead and I say who is reviving the bill His Excellency John Dramani Mahama when in opposition eka say ni faith dia epineso and he would sign it when it comes to his table ye bisa say man for wo kase mampeni and sign on has it come to his table and I say emaye ye whether indeed what can say ebeye state sponsored adentina ache any state sponsored because wamaya who say it is not the most important thing in the priority of government, you know. And yeah, said the account, the account, say ya kwa ye benyan supano, ye benyan kani at demo, na ye and pedi. That is the priority of a government. But most people are saying it was a priority of the people of Ghana some time ago. It is still a priority today. In as much as say yenyan sign or never him, na yet ni edi ehon enkomo and so we also talk about the release of Ken Ofori Atta Kuntunkunku. Yeah, you know, every United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement make ice one more you know say in January 2026 and Oforiata ye kwache no and the kwache abayukukumu ewo ice ho na immigration issues ya kwa court aba and no ade after judicial agreement no idea and pronouncement no one more just say ura Ken Oforiata MRF. So Ken Oforiata as we speak, he's cooling himself with a family and so abruche. But what I'm hearing now, I would come and clarify it for you, and I say substantiate it for you. Just say the US government, no, idea Sisia make us say no, and Tia Minian say one more CZ Ura Oforiata ne passport. But we'll tell you more on this, and then we'll also talk about the economy of Ghana. As I say. SMP for Wamude report biaba it's somehow good for the Ghanaian economy, somehow also shaky for Ghanaian economy. So say which say your sovereign credit rating no wamu edia kwakwesi B-B I want to say with a very stable outlook SMB global ratings no one more so one more who say it's going to improve economic conditions alongside persistent fiscal external risk. What you say Ocean Yama Ecoso ewa amaya hood was and they are torrential to we are seeing now. Say Ghana buying Eden Nacy from said ye what didn't Nacy for me na a year man forward do one more car would treat Yama one more nebraso na cedi no any dollar na one dino the other currencies one more eddy pressure eba Ghana cedi no so no se kobasa buying ednani e focus so na wotua ne ka said ye wotimi etua ne ka ne saa de a ene ma beko yi ama Ghana nemom no se opatre na mistake tu e bi ba anhwe ya ye to be daddy ti said ye mre bi 2022 mu hono yeto eda di no. So we'll go through for you rating agency your friend or S&P what said the stronger economic growth the rising export volumes no particularly from gold and evangelist Richard Pra board member no one mo dwumadi a wo modi no and na support a very significant build up in the foreign currency reserves and na Ghana yesika no ayade agina brand na economy no entimi ento fam na etimi aboa stabilize Ghana's external position enso so ewo ewiase afa na nyina one mo say say the recent fiscal reforms and the tighter expenditure controls are no edi atu akwam no they are expected to keep budget deficit no more contained than in the period that leading up to the country debt crisis in the 2022 emu hono eche say anamo a wonu mutu nde no esne enano ade a ede atorenchem ebeto Ghana force nemo wo say we nyina echi no gold na penalty aboa ma ya show up your reserve ni na echi no despite all these gains ayenya nyina no S&P si enkantre aban ene Ghana force omunye hweye they should be cautioned say Ghana will still remain vulnerable to go global shocks. Particularly the ongoing tensions are across the Middle East, na Iran and Israel, and tokwa ewo na America so etechire no. We say ebetimi a driver up fuel prices and transport cost. Yanye bi na intern no pushing inflation higher. Na agency no akoso edi nkomo papa na yebehwe na yetimi edi enkomo wase saa de mo we nyina no ebetimi increase government ye expenditure ye borrowing besia a ehunhia yebekọ akobo se yekobo de a na chese ade a ebe weigh on investor confidence na ma omo agidi a omo economy num no abafom enti na ma economy no atofom sei tim aha Royal Television ya frame the speaker eni entna kopim se nomiansa ebebo Ghana Te Sen ejumadi ena ohwe ene awie ewo fi ase madika ka tro se evangelist Richard Pra NDC communications team member ewa Asante mu ase no no kwa NDC bae no position mienu ene kita no or serve as board bako we producer se menkan ye bako or gold board so as board member bako so bako ne senate wa ho ana wo ba obechirem de enim ne se or position 2 ska won ho enti eno no wa ban wa power ska won ho sa so ena ora ye frano Gabi Che Jr. Ashanti Regional Communications Team member of the NPP. One also ewofiase one the opposition. And inti enya dia sikasha da one ho sa bado hwe atade a shane dia aje se abe one ho pa opposition poni. And your back government mu dia enye hise kra. Ebenifo mieni ena menu amo ebedi enkomo ene awie penifo me mama kwaba Gabi kura de na minim se otukwan yo
David say edifa de ho na do ho atakaka
sa eshi aya chepa Gabi
eshi
good na evangelist so sa bronya ne mi hu no Easter ma hu no sala no so ma hu no oni asem bia ka Ghana Te Sen
minia memfasa akwan we so enchia wahwefo Royal
TV. In fact, started Ghana Te Sen now what joining with the first topic which has to do with the LGBT.
No problem, no problem.
Master planner ewo Hello FM. Wasi menchia mo mi no wahwe live ewo.
Yeah, danasi. Yechia no.
Editor ma Hello FM.
Yes, onko so mbo adwumaden. Emre esemu no. Nyankopon ebeshira no.
Obuade se.
Yes, very necessary. Abrabona ayebo no e wo se ubuade. Opanyi.
Yeah.
Who be some say Ghana Te Sen me year no ye say nyame adom Ghana
okay
and it does so ho wo the past 8 years under the MPP na brebia obeda be sorry no na odi ayemu hihie ene sorry e dey ntia ye wade bi e friend inflation na epagya ne musa ye kodru 2022 mpo the inflation was around 54.3%, which meant say bibia na before sa inflation it drew 54 what on 1,000 cedis sa time no what on 1,540 cedis near actually enti abrebi obeda be sorry na mu aye ha but aban sesan ye you can see say from a year to date last year na dollar no krampo ya mana eba from eteba from 15.5 ni ade na eteba and na yet dollar around 10.8 10.9 emre bi kura ba 9.9 insunsuanso a wo your economy so kire say and ye ka say inflation is 3.2%. Enti bibia drop there are items no ma bia ne bo no above from which everybody knows say intense. Enti for me and there will be some say Ghana Te Sen and it does so
okay
and then what hey we are wadwen say obekọ akoto bibia ehun hia say wo yem be hyehyew say obekọ na ne bo no kosora na ahwe kura obekọ ne ate
so in a national Ghana
I mean it shows one kasa me ba ye me hu wanim ene mrante oni omo ye adwuma ya ebia me ne ade it shows and it shows on them
what do you mean omo me no omo hu no enti no ma me
ya dey rade ase
good enti u free ase ya
yes
obe mo ma me ye ewura issue no mu na
yes ma menkai ya hwefo se ene media asem de enenam oko Isaiah 3 verse 10 or say tell the righteous it will be well with them for they will enjoy the fruit of their deeds catch the thing ni say ebesi ni yie obetwa ne breso aba nti ene wo a wo hwe me ba ya ma hye white yiwani owura bi obehye white coat ya I'm a different kind of person. And then, no, where you good wedane, me mete ha, nyame asem no ye no kore, pure word. Me be ka kire say ebesi wo yie.
Okay.
Opanyin. E de enkomo pa na ekoso. Say ba no, oman ya ye chichiri ya, emra wa ade nyina ho. I'm happy say menua Gabi. The whole year afi na mahunu. And he's doing well. He's doing. Ochia me hu say ochia me memem.
LGBT.
He's doing well. Na ne party fo no e na akofa nkomo yaba. Asem we kura de na ensese nke ye semre but aye democracy.
Really? Na ni kwa semre.
Aye democracy o makofa aba ne de.
E wo se
ye ka ho asem. Nti den o makofa aba. O say President Mahama chinchina ebi kura mpo se o mbe pagana fo chew ni ade sorry asofo ni bi manhu se omo se omo ye disappointed ni ade e wo mampanyini mu but before you be consem no asem a me pese me bisa ye se aso o mampanyini ba ye parliament nhihye ye omo ye bills ni ade akọ to nani mu nyina emu die he na o mampanyini nsan ye show me one parliament aye hu adwuma akọ o mampanyini aso ye onsan ye.
Virtually, what we know is that was
legal education.
Legal education bill. Okay.
Good. Near Parliament, I am working.
And look, I said just recently, normally call it right.
Oh, it was passed. Oba and say, Obes and sign, but I'm not doing answer. But I think they be 1 or 2 touches.
Good. Ain't the de come on, man, payini biano was sign evil levy. I mean, levy on the buy. What so was sign me a crib. Betting tax, so was sign me a crib. COVID-19 levy was sign me a crib. Bills, even 24-hour economy.
So far, I think
just last week,
7 or 8 bills.
Yes, just last week we have 5. And no sign. Now you man no Parliament aye no gwade. Yan hu say Ghana for a yi ya na musifo eye MPs. So mo ekotena so doso NDC ya na edoso ya pass near the abeto no pono so no wa sign.
But evangelist, is the problem about say on sign and say the problem is about the statement I will make here. Say it is not the most important thing in the Ghanaian system.
Okay, I am common a buy, and now no so ne kasa mu or tre na in communication, which I know say you are communication students or you have knowledge. There is BB a friend contest. Also will be I can be nowhere to finfino. Na enam say fee say ubenya BB now they are non enam. Assembly you know kind.
But the same thing was done to Nana Dankwa when he says it's bound to happen. Or free baby no withdrew sir.
And yet hey President Rollins they do mind so yante sa normal way. Nyese bia sa omo ewo sa te bia no ne sa so no mo but esuro nti ena ye ka say your constitution no kura ene ye mra no etia kana knowledge say wo de o be ma be fa o even oba kura o de fa na chi no de konkon ade a wo benya asem ene Ali Gabas doctor or them because or de ne be ma kofa abofra bi echi enti ene kura ye mra ne tia. But President Kufuor Baye ana omo beye so omo world conference bi omo de Ghana ha say ama man payin Kufuor attention was drawn to it or can I say on so sa de no so ama ne make bibi ama me rain feeder o say e ma fe eye den na be ma de wo de wo hu kohye be ma ho eno na ma so Professor Milson so by David Cameron yes or discover Brian near the engine to or ka say for sika fi no ko and then President Akufo-Addo, President Mahama first and Esanso by Okasa, we are religious people, a cultural and traditional people, and San Romani United Tiasadian. He made the point clear. Nanado by Edu no so I said it was bound to happen. They in no casa contest no meba. They in no casa, Nenkomo Diemu United by or so no what na UK pay. Na mrebi na omunsu so but na UK yeah. And also so far there has not been any advocacy. Not just a president ni bie kino say omunye dede yanti so munye dede or say that so far there's not been any advocacy and then it was bound to happen. And when I'm can say Tofia papa no boy or the no mean at all, man.
So that is how you would understand it and explain it.
Yeah, but the bedroom
in a different way.
Ya bedroom some pensoi or buy man penin and casabai or come or chia or come and pomo so chia Methodist for no. And one of coach U10 because of the backlash. Ya bani ya bedroom pensobina. Yenu yanuma war parliament be a dear and we said. I'm Rama Hokwan said private member bill. Wow to me a JJ signatures a rally. Now they was some parliament or one so better so on media to an answer munjintu. Emma Yenuanum, the beautiful thing was that even MPs in team for Joania, they know Moka. And yet they call ye. Omutina so ye bibia ye. Yanka who said, Akotoampao, Nanado, the lawyer. No, come or more Mususu say, Etieti and Crofofa would ye.
But he's a lawyer.
Well, him
is a lawyer.
Yes, Nanado lawyer.
Obi Nasemba.
Nanado lawyer.
As a lawyer, no. Obi Nasemba. So no,
Nanado lawyer. Who didn't dispute?
No, it doesn't matter.
It matters. Me so me.
They call Nanado lawyer until Obi won't cast me Nanado lawyer. So I will not follow you.
So the way I will can be it still stands. Media say me say or Nanado lawyer. And then on young Crawford the call say. Etietia enkrofo fa ahudie so ne ade ne nyina mu no parliament tena so ye boka oman boka ene mre ewie ya na Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo na busuani baako a na oye na executive secretary Asante Bediatu na nse kura no ho mfa no nyamensa ne yade Nanado busuani oye na executive secretary e tro krata de ko ma parliament. So mon hwese sa de ni ensi Nanado ahwe e ho ampa mo de sa Nanado nsunya akwan o se be no kura ntofo bi e de court ade achi ansa ye te se Richard Sky ni Amanda e court abra na Nanado kan no bi ani court but ona aka e bi abonte na mbae ampa ye de e wo court ni Nanado ansan parliament etwam awu enti omampanyini John Dramani Mahama baye oni speaker of parliament omunkomodiem ekoba say omampanyini say onu mpode nkebeye a aban oni bill no and speaker kachen say there's already that private way saying yes the 8th parliament etwamuni what do they need I was saying the document in this review eduma no ya yawi mumfa mra omode ba now Martin so then we give it another part
one is whatever
a parliament intime MPP for especially omo MPs near they are in parliament
okay
they are part of it they should push it through the leadership
okay
then President Mahama okay President Mahama will sign it
very well
that one I can assure you
okay Gabi Chair Junior akwa babiom
me just been your friend
yetiwe
say
Ghana to say the far where from
Ghana
is it obodi
say no move
ma mentia some don't say we had me MPP ni kase afani afan kan na tie tu
yeah
you who say oyo catcher manzo a of course and I mean this is one of the wishes of my mom on the eve of her passing
okay o se sabra back
masom me papa me papa na nkasa na onyame na me nsanko back 20 people
so one
me me papa na tenance
ala kasai ogitum se ko
afenso na MPP mpanimfo bi ama me money ma mencha no the honorable Oferokrom MP honorable Edu
okay
fantastic framing the mekotena fie me nua ketwa cheche me na nsa akoma akosho me nua panyin to say Richard Jemfi
okay
youth junior Jesus omoni me di nkomo panimfo say brasa me oku getting in more fresh in ocheman mo Dr. Adutum mo
panimfo ba mu
say the ayena I met him say akoma na aye there
akosro
and Shanka Yankopon say in all mine disagreement with the party man who enti ampan mo bia ndi say the near bishop platform I just attack the issues and me buy so much me fell so am I say oh who say me na me oba the self for
the prodigal son
of course let's see masha me MPP atare dey say no me no fanyi
Ghana to say
Ghana there in terms of the spiritual protection yeda Yankopon say amama ye twa enwo ahia asebe me ntem ho ase o maka moja gu wona onye ni papa to moto esuan te se Nigeria de ne Christopher be sorry ne omawu e mafo kunkum ne man yeda ni Yankopon na se impona na kakra fa ye ho bedi for mo ko kanu wom se na enye de ne mom wo hwe the totality of it na Yankopon wadi e ho for face of mind so on that tangent Ghana ye but when it comes to temamufo abrabo a
jasetinam
em say panifo say what say aduane bone ma oyefunu edi abebo twene amoasa de say menu ka inflation asem yeti kromu a na Ghana ana ewo ho mfie mienu be 13 months 15 months ago MPP amanyoko pensona ewo say niam mienu bi etechema kakra ama inflation cost so na emo no kra inflation cost so na flight for emergency they say papa tie is nyame na odoma ogu two solid balls e bia bit be buying from the say
as of flight
for America ebra won say oh kiki no nim so ba kon gran obedru airport na otum botoma at inflation rate of 21 no timinya emergency flight of 2008 18 million it is come utimi ko Accra and emergency fire reverend so 3000 2008 it is inflation at 21 gram utimi emergency flight 1000 and inflation as 3.2 I so 3000 and say and the Ghana for na be buafa afei say na come beef box say come beef box ne boy den esene nra abra enti eno ne de am for na Ghana for nyina ni on that tangent and said the America ma mencha etie for popper say na no humi a edi penye kese said the bia na monim
what's up back
ma mencha Sandam collection was also matter
yeah one the family
so Sandam collection open man tar bia obenya bia ma yeah and this all around here for Oklahoma here
okay
Minia, on the issue of LGBTQ AIA plus 25. The mechanic can say, Yankopon Kwan and Quafo.
Yankopon Kwan
and Quafo. Away, Israel Yamena, Menumi and what was what. Minia Penny Evangelist, there be all born home, there were Kanyamias and Quafo. Oh, yes, it to them. I didn't know Mekasa. Mr. Speaker, what was the NDC's narrative about this LGBTQ plus prior to the election 2024? Okay? And some are by a and some are not trying to give historical antecedents. The Nana Akufo-Addo kind. Nana Akufo-Addo's comment on Al Jazeera was based on context. Said the menu care. You must say, said the LGBT wants some PMO UK. Also, your names are training or UK. What's in a UK? No. Also, say once a bit more Ghana. Nah, said you do. You cannot.
It is bound to happen.
Timam force as so more agitated. Come commodity. Every bit messy. Yeah. Am I a bad person at them rabbi day? Oh, you know, since you are so on your president, no. It will never happen. Say, be legalize. I must have a baby, my father, mato, or bata free bear or bar, and this honey money man like a counting. Things you on a pencil. Private members are filing a bill. I Reverend Tim for your account, which has come in account. That's a president assenting. On proud to assenting, no Yanti say. Obi are challenging the legitimacy of the said bill.
Richard Sky was against the bill. But some George Munaneka
are challenging Obi are challenging the legitimacy of the bill. Our Supreme Court. Say me a president ko assenting. If you look at the position of our laws, the Supreme Court has the original jurisdiction of interpreting any law. Of course, the Supreme Court say nullity. It is the bayan's also trying to get the verdict of the Supreme Court. They try na yefra bim. NDC in opposition. It make the common shagana for a buffon casancasa. Am I said the MP before name and now who there also said the or before bar, bema before bar. Am I more for Edim Mosra and Israel Edigo Drubemu de Sra, President John Dramani Mahama. Excellence on the concrumu in a concrumu hina. On the Waba, Proye Finik Kayan in the Moa, Sebe, Obano, Babeda, Bema, no Babada, de Netuade. Emma, can say, Osha so far, can say, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, oh, share, Obia Dasora Casacasian, Obia the Nipan, and also the Zebia Wien, and a tire above. Because Sabe, Maya, come a Ghana for Madia, Sabe, no for a 20, and 2. So, I'm by my class, I'm crying a day, but
on the issue of a year, Nanadu Danko Akufo-Addo, one signing bill, no, I watch as a legal, no. What is the Speaker of Parliament back at that time? Not just President Akufo-Addo has no authority to intervene in the proposed anti-LGBT bill, as he said, what Parliament. You know, say,
is coming from the concept of separation of powers.
Okay.
The Parliament decision, say Parliament did in Juma, the executive cannot interfere. Say judiciary need in Juma, the Parliament cannot interfere. And you know, say. So when you for a bill, no, say near. Of course, that is the separation of powers.
Okay.
But they're now a cost of pan and say, and this is for the common man, Ghana for before say, hey, any MP for any Dr. Maumia, Omo into my seven malam for you cried to me, Jozuka, said Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, at the time. I'm a Ghana Mobu, said you matan tire in Ayabofun. And in common man, Ghana for being young, and this for Mudi. Say, hey. Before you don't you don't watch out on Mampenny John Domani, a momaso. So on a day, Sabi to moon is out the time tiny day, a bin see. Any idea, you plenty MP before us one day, said your mobile. But then, Mr. Speaker, a coba here, I will say, would ye, President John Mahama, I made it to me, mouth. Also the Oba sign, and now what bananas and tofu out. So Mampenny, nay, I did here, dear. Matter of agency and priorities are also best sign. A day when you're to me, sign, as I ought to show nine. I saw my penny back and say, and send down your basic needs, sir.
But is it not wrong? Or the question was even wrong to tell President say one sign because there is nothing to sign?
Because there was a social contract. So it was up to President to say, oh, okay, they will be a crown here, then I'm a toman him now. I'm going to do who you man, we are. Said I'm a share Ghana for one. Because that was a promise.
But you and I know, say, Bill be anyone who are sign.
You see,
until why don't we?
They almost rested with the president to explain to the journalists that I don't have any bill at the moment to assign to. That would have been the answer. Maybe I'm eternal. So my penny to say that there are more pressing issues than the bill. It means you lie to the Ghanaian people that you have their goodwill and you have all the will, the zeal, the energy to assent and block the activities of LGBTQ. And then, we had the committee, Constitutional Review Committee reports now. I send those documents now. Be page 106.
Okay.
And then the said committee, no, reforms be on the ban. They are trying to champion LGBTQ into our constitution. So we accept these changes and amend our constitution accordingly. And then, Mamma can be interested for. So, we page 106.
106.
I would be a page 106. Would be a page 106. Neco point number 4.
Okay.
It reads an intrusion into privacy that undermines personal autonomy, intimacy, identity, or self-determination shall, in addition to constituting a violation of Article 18, be deemed a violation of Article 15 on respect of human dignity and shall attract all remedies available for breach of human dignity under the Constitution. Constitution, the maker say Constitutional Review Committee no recommendation. Say you do man. The children say ne will be sorry no so. Say they mama won a bema wotu adua. Obekwa konda second say me yetu ama no ba. You cannot interfere. And these are connotations of gayism and lesbianism in some total LGBTQ IA 25 plus. And he said, no pencil, even the recommendation, Judicial Review Committee, Gabro, Mambenny John Mahama Sisian, glimpses of gay in some,
but you
LGBT in some, even in it.
But you understand that it's just a recommendation.
So it's what pencil. Sayadene embar. When it bar, it will not even find itself in recommendation in the first place.
But has the president accepted the recommendation?
That's why I'm saying that. Of course, this recommendation,
this portion,
yeah, they are man. The entire report, man.
So it is up to the president to go through.
That's what I'm saying. Say, this will not even find itself in the recommendation in the first place because it is bad, it's illegal.
So how would he sign when the bill has not come?
That is why I'm saying that. I can Ghana for intro. Say, Papa. So be sign LGBTQ. Clearly, say honorable Samuel D.
No.
Emo mampanyini. Na etichira sem ne mema sem oye okroma. Omampanyina gu nani mas. Enti anano anya me nwanwa ze.
But I just want to establish
sa onye mebegu ni Facebook wa.
Gabi, I just want to establish a trona okas mampanyina dine because mampanyina say
nada onye trope say wada da Ghana for
no I just want to establish
wada da sofo wada da imam
because we establish it no common say we say LGBTQ+ ya was won pay e banner where president never turn it pono so a obe sign. So what is the fuss about sign because it hasn't come to his table?
You see, governance is in continue.
And I will say,
governance is in continue.
When the first parliament, it dies with whatever bill or more assent. You understand? So why do we make the argument?
The reason we are putting pressure on the president is coming from this. One of the campaign promises of Mampini de Magana for say. Sabu ye one basama men sign a home seminar and sign as animal. It was a private member bill.
Yes.
Timamufobi no transno who's no. Me fan koto. I'm not saying
yes.
Me fan manchester.
Yes.
One of these argument.
Yes.
Omompanyini shebo. In the 2024 campaign of the NDC say that bill will not only be a private member or a state-sponsored bill. So
what problem is is it not that
justice delay?
Justice denied.
And you catch the Timamufo say the Ghana for ye moralistic in nature. Yanka Mosumu here, Yamusumu as had been at the time as Asum, I can say me. What you are harassing, and then you go with Zaka say, and Cracker in this animal into a young quite him. Mampine say, one of the show one of your religious, just one note here, very conservative religious individuals. Evangelist Kwade, may also Okotas as a LGBT video on time. No, I'm pegging it. Over the do make a cutting to one say, get over cross again, 20 or 20. That's a new question say, I should not have to one. What that damage cookbook. On that tangent, it is safe to say so. Or light is going to
so couldn't the argument being said? Okay, the statement coming from Mampenino, and I say, and need your can no but when we say president must sign, indicating say I said the Katano on one side.
Say instead of say it could be an error on the part of the journalist.
Okay.
But you see, regardless of the defective.
No, not really journalism, but
the
people
nature
who
of the
are,
question.
yeah.
That is what I'm saying, that equity looks into intent rather than form. So what is the intention? The question put may be wrong. How the question was even framed may be wrong. But let's look at the intent. The intention is that I want to find out from Ombanyini, what is your current posture on the promise you made to us that even the SLB will even go under state sponsorship.
Okay.
And then come on, it's a me and if I want to good any mass, I don't want to boy mine. Don't know about Sunday, or good any mass, papa. To me, catch a Chantro touch a gun for only MPP from Pennyphobia Sabi. Wako Jessica, every Safoni on your own campaign. And you basa,
MP before now, so he knows some of the MPs.
Oh, MP or MP for the
was he MPs? Was he MPs?
Said the many penny kind. Communication is contest. We know don't know about some judge and his attack on the MPP.
Was he? He's aware of some of the MPs.
He was making reference to.
He
was making reference to. So I was saying the answer and the answer.
Okay, very well. Garbage and so bite on the LGBTQ. Now, yeah, Kano Furiata. He's now released. He's a was it? I don't know whether I would say he's a free man, partial free man, because only the coolest of a year, the ice hobium. The man is back to his home, and so but in Tia meeting say Arahosem, and they say the passport has been seized from Neho by the U.S. authorities. No, na and rana yet say urano ayadia no. And so my message is free. Gabi, we are surprised when you heard Keno Foriata has been released by the ICE after judicial pronouncement.
Let me set this very right. Honorable Keno Foriata ansem a passport. We are in FIC. It has nothing to do with Ghana. It is frontier. It
is not about the extradition.
It has nothing to do with Ghana.
Okay.
Being an say, here can no US visa. And walk also a Kwakosan Hoyari. And a visa na spy and a overstay visa. So in reality, we're breaching immigration laws of the US. This is a wako be man's work with the money. And I'm running in needy. So I'm running needy. One of the interventions are America do go on say a two, so we personal non grata. That is to say, you don't have the legality.
You don't have any locals to stay
in their country. They will put you in ICE. They hand them. And I know Media, Venezuelan citizens, they are going to do $10,000 own chair, also more immigrants are, need documentations, or for ICE membership.
Yeah.
I'm a charging for exploitation. And so I know be na ye papaya awesome.
But knowing say why you overstay. Krata wa apply and enyamaye. Na baby a was serve o country ehian say brand be in Samanua. That was the best opportunity for you to come.
I will get there.
That's a watch.
I will get there. Right? Enti men 79 say and call a bank kukum kakra I see.
Yeah.
Oh we they said they will be all right to lawyers near there. Emma, you hear say young granting the bail. In law, one of the fundamental conditions are judge agents of the bail. Whether or not the accused person is flight risk. Say you can then the passport and say it is one of the measures that normally court no put in place. Say I want to mean go baby. So money bill no catch say on your flight risk. And one of your ruling by according to the US state attorney or say there is no record. So there is no record say there's an extradition petition from Ghana against Honorable Ken.
Exactly so.
And so yes, that does not make him flight risk. I'm here in America. By edging the passport, it's just a safe guide. And now let's come to the matter of interest to Ghanaians. Certain area Ken, baby na. In law, the accused person on what prosecution in the case. You don't expect me
to help you.
Now exercise
unless we are prosecution witness.
It's not done. Many opinions so for a constitutional article 19. It talks about fair trial. The provisions under article 19 are so deep. Enti obi anu obi tima chana aka say ye rakem Yebuo no kumfo ananse yebuo anfo. According to Article 19, okay, subsection 19(2) dia, or say everybody is innocent
until proven guilty.
All that the OSP and the Attorney General has done in respect to Honorable Ken are mere allegations. They are charges, allegation against the person. 28 counts, Honorable Ken. There is no court. So
you should come and answer.
So there is no court of competent jurisdiction. What can say? You reckon we are liable for those charges.
But you and I, who say?
Let me state this:
the establishment of the office of the special prosecutor is equally as I think it's equally as the appeals court or the high court. So
no, inadvertently, but in this context, it will not fit. So
inadvertently, so it is a court that is calling.
No, it's not court per se. Because if a court calls you and you refuse to come, that is contempt of court. Because that is subpoena. When a court subpoenas you, like you cannot say you won't come, and there is contempt of court. They don't have those powers. Though they exercise certain jurisdiction akin to the court, but not necessarily a court. The issue here is this: and communal OSP, any agent, I say, court of public opinion in the people think Honorable Ken is liable for those charges. But per our laws, he's innocent. Mere speculation. The thing is that all Troy, who say all the 2 coin. Ghana for din komono. Why you say? All Troy letter command chief of staff. Honorable Julius Debra say, me home family. Me kwa America. How do you tell such a person say we're done? How?
And yes, bra.
So we are saying that the OSP is being emotional. The office, they are just taking Ghanaians for a ride. If you really want to, if you really want to, when it comes to criminal matters, normally you have to serve the rate of summons on the person.
Okay, let's see for.
Baby, any panel on your available. Okay, Article 19, it gives provision say, any panel against will be Ghanaian. You better not try in essential when notice is served.
Yeah.
They be want to say, they think say, Attorney General did that all year, and the OSP did all year, media space, and Honorable Ken, they think say by that, notice is served on Honorable Ken. I can sit and hear and tell you, say, if you read the judgment of the free and not by here, clearly, Honorable Ken is not served. That is why this US State Attorney told us point blank that there is no record on
service
in relation say Ghana buys on fundamental. There is no service to that effect. So on that time, there is no notice to Honorable Ken say offending lawsuit be. So the OSP is just wasting Ghanaians' time. Because if clearly, why any man wakana now on one kata was say through the lawyers say he's open for video conferencing.
Why video conferencing?
Because you want to say so the notice. No, if I give you a channel to serve me, the moment Honorable can bring a notice of that summons, whether he comes or not, he can be tried in assumption.
Oh, but like we've had a special prosecutor which is almost sending a notice. Come and watch us say notice.
It is not writ of summons. Brandon there, it is not that one is not a legal term. The notice here is a legal term. It is by summons.
It should be from court.
Sir, into here.
I was say free court.
It is that when somebody is not in the jurisdiction, you need the leave of court. You go and pray the court. Say any prayer the one call you. May penalty na bad the one who go do ba. Then you pray the court to give you the power to serve the person outside the jurisdiction.
So you think
they have got to do that.
The OSP
did the documents number Ministry of Foreign Affairs through them. So often command the appropriate US quarters. Tell you, and no it is not automatic, it's not out of right. They will now decide on it, say, service here will be extradition. 1. Is it witch hunting? Say, what we need is 2. If the person is able to establish what to mediate, so my right cannot be guaranteed or move you. 2. If almost a call do not the money indeed, why? And Sunday, a young as a brand new woman for a conscience.
So it's a long right.
Now one will be at counting quarter money is 76. Of that time 28. In Ghana, in a criminal jurisdiction, you have to prove all these counts. And then again, I said, into OSP is being lazy. Yeah. I'm quoting the words of
that is why Attorney General.
I'm quoting the words of the president, former president. Or say, President Kufuor.
Okay.
Anybody who got the chance to serve in my administration should be ready for accountability. Saying before Timothy Jina Kacho Mompany said, Papa me ye been in the Yuma de be pen. And Tunisia, We will not sit here and say we are shielding him from accountability.
Okay,
but the OSP should not force our hands any one.
Okay.
No question accountability. We are open. Honorable Ken is open. So the OSP should file the right motion, do the right things, and bring the man. Yeah, they encourage more.
Thank you. Medase. Evangelist.
Senior. Ken Oforiatta. Aye nanado. And on one nebusiani. Ah, ode oman yesi kasam hye ne nsa emfie enson. Ono ane MPs esore say papa no
the information I'm getting from one of my producers when the house Ken Oforiatta has moved beyond extradition now. They are considering his deportation or not. So 27th of April, the final decision will be out.
Yes, because
so it is not a year.
Deportation has nothing to do with Ghana.
Yeah.
Ne visa issues no. Say deporting na.
I say deporting yeah no. So yeah, the say.
There's no interest. Ma say any day.
No, my interest say what's up. No, me just say maybe interest. They say you should come and answer questions. Evangelist Koso, Abeku Krapa, thank you very much for the information.
Yo, Medase, Abeku has been ahead of me because the document in front of me, I say the U.S. authority have seized Oforiatta's passport. Few hours ago. Yes. The United States authority have seized the passport of Ken Oforiatta, former Minister of Finance of Ghana, following his release from detention by Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE). Now, Ninyina yes, come 27th of April, Ken Oforiatta's passport seized after securing bail to reappear in court on the 27th of April for deportation proceedings.
So it is likely the man will be deported.
Let us not mix them up. Ken Oforiatta oyena nado ebusuani a ode o maye sika hye ne nsa emfie nson a mo say sika sambasa to the point to say me nana osumo man 45 years as a civil servant ni sika kakra onyaye odi bi to bond say enkopima say obekọ ne nsa manchire onyo obi obo akohwibra enti watiti ni morem meka obi obo akohwibra omo num hwi omo ye cocaine noma basa say sika me nana nyesa na ote no wanfa sa ntete me papa no wanfa sa ntete me
na mape
ena mape ne sa yenam hu yemfa akonya makonya metena so kura nka me frifie bai me de makonya na nam me hu panyi bia na matia no hemfo dia sa
utiesi bai fufuro
me ntin si me kire se sa de ni ni me fie
okay
me ba enya hemfo akonya na esi hai me fie akonya wo ho nso manfa ma
okay
opanyi with all this no Ken Oforiatta se ne ho dodo no eno kraye ana watu kwan ne operation kraye koye yebe na china at the end of the day why operation chrono Ken Oforiatta se ne minua kan yi o say Ken Oforiatta has breached the laws of the USA. Ken Oforiatta bu America mraso na America mra ye adwumanti ye chi no kwia so pie mu sa no mo tete no ena da no mu so mu kwia se wuntumi endwane mfiri umam na wo bebu ye mra so aha mra ye adwuma ye be chew ne ye chi no ne ye de na ko hye ice mu ye de na ko hye ice mu senior ena Ghana embassy mpo ye se Ghana ye de hye na ne ho aba se papa say oni se oni Ghana ba ni hye
ye pammo
okay ena odemu a wo se busuya ofiri mu no mo mpe sa na o ma no se ya chi ye de hye ya declare no wanted I know them, I know their family. I'm close to them, I know them, but here we are, Ken Oforiatta ya cheno, wabu America mraso. Inti America no mraye adwuma ho. Senya mni aka obi ice chain no na nhyehyɛ ne ade nyina nti Ghana for yam kan yakoma nto yeyem Kenoforiata wo charges sane amenua osu amra kan ye no ye mu no for ye mfa no kogina court ne ade nyina no kra but Kenoforiata will come either say through the buying service mu no America no kra wabu o mumra so no ye bu no for a be deport no de ne beba Ghana na eduru a on say on ba Ghana ye fa no Togo ana Burkina na Liberia
but maybe he can choose say
ye fa no ko baby
say bia wo valid stay UK I know say you say wo Canada stay be say I think say 17 years or so he can tell them some from Canada
in as much as menya lawyer ne ade no deportation e ba baby a wo free buy na ye de wo kosi wo and yes ye deport to him for no person and committee Ghana hey make us a man me am buying deport to me ko you sani abu trika ye hwehwe ni enti yanka yakoma nto ye and no man no we ne court nsem no efa omumra wabuso watena ho abro emre no enti omedi na sem wo ho na 27 ye mo mpa ye se ombe deport no na obeba Ghana
ye mra no so deport no
yes me mpa ebo no o so be yi nsem no aside say menua agitu mo say Kenoforiata abu America mra so no osanso kan say OSP office no is just taking Ghanaians for granted yem bisa e ho say OSP office no kra hwan ene de buy nanado could it be say omo de buy say mra ti say omme yeah, say making sure Attorney General.
It's not a state institution.
No.
Regardless of who brought it.
Say
you won't say and even Parliament could peer or say Yangu OSP officer. President say too early.
It means that he agrees with the OSP.
And a diaba. Enti Osanso ka say the OSP is just being lazy. So I don't understand why Nanado ede emrabeti office bi. No ane party ni ana ne party fuo ede omani besi obi a Nanado na appointee. Eso abanya sesan. Enso yempo no yesi yenja no mane ntena ho. Yet the MPP themselves meanwhile you about the self for our saba. I say Abrantia ni lazy. So Nanado appointed a lazy person for us.
So do you agree say we are lazy?
Media me
that the president agrees say he's a lazy.
Me ne Ghana for dodo no be ya adwen say or the ya adwen di agro. And no there I must admit because
why don't you champion for his dismissal? If yes adia.
Emrabo no buying say 7 years. One term. And so ye. Nanka parliament mpo MPs ni be both sides. Pese ye
yes.
Yes. Ye man enwo ho. But let us ensure say obeye na adwuma. No mfa Ghana fo adwen eni agro. Send ye MPP fo nanka say the office e de ne baye no e ka no. Yes me I'll be disappointed in him.
Very well. Evangelist Richard Pra and Otine Kano. I would go for a very short interview with Dr. Hepa Plus Pavi Plasmos. Now, we finish up with the other issue which has to do with our economy. Nekakra na banta kakra ohon ma yetinya na mre kakra ohon ma ya for course no so be say miensa bi with regards to Kenoforiata especially and LGBTQ no so ehon so yede Dr. Edin komo na ya basisi ayeba yebedi enkomo evangelist Richard Pra ewa ha wakasama NDC amanyoku no asantimantemu ase odi akotene pa wo boards mienu so ya la wahye so na fezo Richard gabitre also ekasama NPP amanyoku the prodigal son one so ewo ase a na no wa frafranto wasesa no aba osono no biem na osono no kwa frafranto se wababa ya bwakese eye osono na biem enso ewo hon na ye kwaba ye Dr. Edin komo na yaba yebeto aso
One say adwumayɛ no ɔka anya no bɔne so.
Enya ne bɔne so. Ɔso obɛbɔ adwuma de ɛyɛ.
Yes, because obiara no ɔbɔ adwuma sin Nyankopɔn. What I say, Onyankopɔn ɔbɔ adwuma sin obiara. Yet yen yetwi kasɛm yɛ so yɛ otwe di ampɔn.
Otwe di ampɔn. And then me producer say me nka nkyira mansan say ne birthday no obɛbɔ adwuma.
Oh yes, me amaka kyerɛ sɛ ne mema na ka bibi mu.
Obɛma na ka bibi.
Yes,
doctor wa kan de ne sɛ ne. Ɛne de ekyina. Ɛne ekyina yin na be birthday. Obɛka bibi mu dia ekyina yin na be birthday.
Because adwuma a ɔwɔ yɛ nyinaa no ɛsɛ sɛ ekowie wɔ aboboa no. Wo yɛ adwuma sɛyi ɛsɛ sɛ ekowie fie. Na wokɔ fie so wokɔ ne sɛyi. Wokɔ akɔdidi wo wi a watumi ada.
Ɛwɔ sɛ yɛsra wo ngo.
Yes. And yɛ bɔ mmɔden sɛ obi enya vals day so mfa so da. And me dedicate show no. Me make sure so obi a ɔhwɛ Royal Television no for the first time in their life. So on Jeffy ni herba for the exaggeration, herba for credit dear no monim or Pusikaji. Intimate so on one casenya empirical evidence.
Okay.
Said MC can say obi betumi akwa project na all canon. Most person wa who Hepa plus public plasmos. Dear a betumi aye e wo nipadua. It is simple. To start with, say obi hwem na oyo obema. Sabi obema de so on tebro fo kra no hu se broni ko be hu.
Obi hu se we broni.
Yes. And it obema bi a o hwem no. Ene ya me ma olive. Me nkonom China duro.
Yeah.
Me yi wafiri ho. Me nkoto so called me duro se wo nom.
Yeah.
Enye ebekumo ebese wo kwa.
Ebese wa bra.
Me ma obibi e natural. Pe hepa plus pavi plasmos. O nom fo nipadua no well being tieniye.
Yes.
Data maker say obi ka say obebo dwuma enya ne bone so. Oh no maduro ne say nipadua ne benya hoɔden ne yare antena mu.
Watumi aye adwuma.
Watumi aye adwuma.
Good.
Na unya adwuma so watumi aye.
Unya adwuma so a
adwuma no
na wo say eno ye bonus no.
Bonus. Enti obi ho pese ohun na doc wo yi me afri ma maduro so yi na meye den manim kogu ase da bi.
Enu gu ase bi ama.
O pe bibi na ehunu. Ene ya wada. Koto hepa plus pavi plasmos na yi nom. Onom ya no pe kodu 5 enum kodu 5 pe now dey di kodu na nyame nam dey ma no aka se we the doctor sheda yes
aye bi wodi bibi asisem debi wa aka se ko
say ya asante kodu o say ya brofo kodu o say ya burkina kodu o dey here ne say banana
yes
impua unya hepa plus pavi and plasmos dikandi onum aduro ni wi anu wadi kodu 5 na de aka
onum aduro ni wi a
onum aduro ni wi
na wadi kodu 5
na aya na obi bisa se doc enti menum aduro no ma ne nsa ansa na mabedi kodu enya sa na ye onum ya utumi di kodu 5 no na utumi di ko wadwuma so nya se ye kaniti obi se na menum a mesi da pie da bi enwu ani ma asesa
obi pie
ebe ma wo ho aye den naturally because kodu is full of potassium enti ebo wa koma obrabo enye limited to sex
wona makwa ni na eboa ama ye adwuma yie
aye adwuma yie na mom obi nka se puduo nhye ehye na ye dwada ko ebedi
dwo
ehye nko ade a eti wo de wanu maduro no nya ne bone so wonum se ni padua no be na adwuma yie na se serve so de so didi
ye serve
nko ade se udidi
se uni kwa se o ma bia no ko waste
enye se ko waste ene ni se okokoto China duro no so ansa ma
bedi dabi
eni se okokope oil bi de srasra ho ansa o se obema bi ade ye kan order out no herba for o kan so be kwakoto no ente sa men koto dodo for herba plus 1 pavi 1 plasmos 1 ni nyina 60 Ghana cedis mi ensa ni nyina ho enti se okona wi 60 cedis e ma de auton aduro na obeyi herba plus pavi na plasmos enti se ni nsu a wo hwie ni ti ne cap na ehye so no mienu no mo a pe kwadu num o mema asem na be ken
mema de
na o de dika ho wa wo mpe kwadu no utumi isukube nsu na o de ye nhwa de se wusa na wunsa ye nhwe se nyanko
wa kasa obehu se dia wusa na so
bo wa bro na se obowie na obo se sa na wunsa kra obema bi o de kwadu ana kube nsu atu achi de
doctor kodu no chiremu ye kodu no minim se kodu se kodu
yes kodu se
but ya na ayi na ewo ho no
yes
ebi yigu
enu a Fox FM na ye bi e phone lines abrante bi oso kote
ha ya
covet oya dwuma ho no kote ha COVID nti ebi kura se ohwe Ose can no di kwadu bad no ho hwe but first time o tie me a me kire mu so de di kan no Hepa Plus Pavi Plasmos na kwadu no u di a intin na e wo kwadu no ho na mo fra no fiber
da bi eye ntini
kwadu nko aso na se kwadu
nko na se kwadu
pe e na wo se de
se enye straight
da bi kwadu bia no na enye kwadu papa
eti
kwadu e se kwadu na intin na Yankopon de agu ho ama wo ankasa no
o fi mi ya
wa da bi Ose first time or dibi to 12.
Ese wo ma no wo ho. Na wo nom Hepa Plus no wi a we say
di aka. Ose first time or di enum na to akire no. Onu awu gina dwumam na o born nsem say yes, Ghana nyame ahirae. Bobi oba infections into the chemicals
and kwa
himfio and maka on several occasions. Mesre se wo your bema na onua ba o girlfriend bi e the chemicals or the cotton bom ko ho a. Misro ma yam se no na tu ne fo say Onkope Hepa Plus Pavi Plasmos no de on we atadwe mu so na de na doctor akire atadwe we so e beto mu da bai Yankopon de ade ya chen sanke ya de atadwe ni Ghana ha na kra free Israel na US and I said hospital na nke be prescribe atadwe for phone na read about atadwe na hwe de making enso wa ha ye hunu so mfa so nom Hepa Plus Pavi Plasmos now they want to me wi mpa blend it oba na nom Now the young say infections but me do so be wana. Na the ma esanye so wonderful mama and say Yankopon communicate kire o kwan bebre so.
One ye kasa.
O kan se kwadu se kwadu. Mema kraya na etumi ka se nika mu kwadu ni ade.
Ma dwene nko.
Sa na ma so atadwo nsa ya na achi nchine wo a.
Yes.
Echi kama.
Yes.
Ade na wo do kope o ye so peso ochi.
Okay.
And now what drink course?
I feel na ma dwene course.
Oba
say ayana a chinchine.
Yes.
Ese echi.
Na echi so a wo sanre a ede.
Nso na de.
Eti amongst a number of names we are singing and ye na nanom de fo one and two atadwe.
Madin so.
No we are say ene yate atadwe fo wa yate denne. Now they then how they say carbon be free ho benti with the chemical be cancer atwen. Aye bisa oncologist no. Bisa nurses na wo confirmatory oncology unit no. Na say the nipa abre. And can you wakono class with the chemical in the name of one wash beko
ekwa wase.
And can you nanom kire yen say oba kwa adware no cha.
It wo sisi.
Na den and they wo sisi ho odem with cotton ne chemical. Eye insuo kwa ene de ko ho wo be pe wududo ene dudo no na yaye na Hepa Plus Pavi Plasmos ye no bom entwen yare anka this steady nyina ne say Ghana ni bia be take responsibility na anka obusumi ni nyina no on the one to me am board ni padua no o invest 60 cedis ento Hepa Plus 1 Pavi 1 Plasmos 1 no the onom me de me personal line che wa wo hwe me 0542 77 85 72 0542 77 85 72 and 059 13 67 898 059 13 67 898 se owa manonia 0542 807 907 0542 807 907 the speaker obi ho no ma ne nsa entity ye de droben a shobi be mem na ni da so asa efi he ya na ye bie phone lines a omo ana se be droben show be omo de kube nsu kwa ene kan duro no ho we dudo nyame de a che Ghana dudo na de aka ne se Ghana ni no
obedi ho mfaso
obedi so mfaso efi ha dance wa ha de your politicians are anomedi ho dance doctor for nurses asofo military men also no be now the anka no family no enfanye dru obi ha ni ti na edwa no e no that tramadol so ya prescribe no obi tu asetwetwe no adan na o natural Hepa Plus Pavi Plasmos enko ni peduanim obi akuma boni periperi obi da edro so yenhira doctors no a omo prescribe Hepa Plus Pavi Plasmos obi ha o hwese de ne client ne bre no a no aka chensa ya on to Hepa Plus Pavi ne Plasmos
enkan
and the dance ba na eba Ghana ha be bia 60 Ghana cedis ubenya bia no empo se be bia wo no obi so Royal TV de omote nkran ne kumase na omo ka de omo pe ye krom ha de ontumi ntina ho no nhye ye nse ye no me nse ni nyina ma 60 cedis misrewo se eye ne na nansa won so wo fa usika na odi ma
anu anu no
eti de obe ne se
obejai ho
obejai ko be foforo ana obefra me ofra me a metumi kura hye ever plus no 10 Pavi 10 plus plus 10 delivery ni free.
Okay.
Bibia wo Ghana ha bia free delivery.
500
cedis. Ade anka eye 30 no a ebe 600 cedis no. Me dem 500.
Na wasa the delivery so free.
Ghana ha bia wo bia. Enisa wo ma obi ede ma wo aboden.
Okay.
We ye de yenso betumi aye de abo man no eme nyina apomden no edina so yie.
Okay.
Me personal lines a wo frɛ me. Say ye duro no dodo mu na wo pew. Se wan kasa na apese deliver bi brew ana apese obi se me ba no benom ne sei me nua bi ohawo na munie ensan bi agume mpompo no aya na bebo me for several months menses no empese beba doc awo ne mu atwe aduro no me num bi bebo ana lab no sei na eka doctor so ohawo me na munie in fact obi o akọ hospital akọ running all the labs to scan but the speaker yes ne ho ye pa ohawo bi ani ne so bonu adi adanse say enema nkoye endo check mu ese bi psychological mesre ma well being engineer ni enhwa ade
good
numbers is 0542
77 85 72
0542 77
85
72 and 059 13 67 898 059 13 67 898 se owa manonia 0542 807 907 0542 807 907 kai say enwoni ye Hepa Plus Pavi and a plasmos na the speaker me sorry mesere say ye nuanu muslimi fo enche fasting no ye be hya make sure say ahomache no unya bibi to ase a
good
Hepa Plus Pavi plasmos so benom u breaki ya mo de mutayi su kodu kra mo wa pe Hepa Plus Pavi plasmos na do kodu no atu achiri wan kasa be won say ala onu ani mde o be hye no ho ani nyama ma wa so wadi so mfa so na ebia na mat no pasu nya so mfa so o TikTok eben mat
okay
and now ko YouTube Hepa Plus TV ho no eben mat ho o pese ebia WhatsApp so o de kire oba de a me na me kire mat no enti no aduro no ye numbers na wo ho no o send hi me the link ne be ma na wotumi anya mat na me kire SHS JHS and a primary me a me tumi bo ase afa na machire
okay
numbers near 0542 77 85 72 0542 77 85 72 and 059 13 67 898 059 13 67 898 se owa manonia 0542 807 907 0542 807 907 Hepa Plus Pavi and a plasmos yenumbom
the fearsome 3 the threesome yanko ni yakwaji Slibi makato se draw ye nyale ansa na yanom emom no ade a yenom ama eye wodie no enso atime agina brane na akorrecte eniema ahodo enso assistance asa nyankopɔ boy no natural body no and a fight against eye eniema e ba ba attack mo se yade sa ye den no one mo anakasa na attack mo nti se eye mra na akoba eye nsusu aso bone enso aba eniti na wo hia Hepa Plus Pavi plasmos no eye miense na nam eniti ena ye Hepa Plus Pavi and a plasmos Pebi na no fred doctor sisi na dodo na opera watimi enya na bibia so watima konkan enso e dia ma na kakra bi on SMP womo eye report omo dia ba no e bo no tofa na ye chese Ghana ye economy no e kire se yade a ye nya ahonden we are recovering ye nya signs of recovery na emom no e yade a se ya nhwe yi a ye besi fom se tim na ya bofom na bibia so watima konkan enso so e wo hono na Yɛbɛfa atiefoɔ no but mepɛ sɛ ɛyɛ abidwafoɔ no ɛkasa fa ho kakra bi na yɛba atiefoɔ no na yɛso yɛdi nkɔmmɔ wɔ nsɛm a yɛbɛdi ho nkɔmmɔ. Evangelist
Senior.
A good news for the government, but bad news at the end of the day when you don't one you're very careful.
I'm excited. This is what we voted for change. A day instance so we saw under the MPP all the figures and inflation and drew baby cry these same rating agencies, you know. Blacklist or mine to mean bosia. But the caution must be accepted. We accept the caution and be any risk anyhow. Almost say Ghana's gold any resources has been one of your backbone. In fact, Yankupon the gold in my say Yanshra dear my NDC na babe. So far, we share gold board alone. Foreign exchange near nearly $12 billion. A year economy. Into we share figures now quickly. GDP growth. Average 6.1% from the first 3 quarters of the year 2025. Inflation has declined, and I can say inflation here 3.2% from 23.8% a year 2025. And our interest rate has also fallen sharply. We 91-day treasury bill, Krampa, a drop from 27.7%. The end of year 2024, and above from as of the time I mean, report 11.1% above from even further. And then primary balance as your commitment basis. So it has also improved significantly from a deficit of 3.0% in 2024 to a surplus of 2.6% GDP. Near there, all the indications are seeing positive signs. Osha your debt decline now sharply from 61.8% to of your GDP of 2024. And
all these are not disputed though. But the point is that can the government sustain a year against it? Because what she say yanshe na yanshe ya yebekwa kudu baby ebebo besia bebre. Given the AC or the Middle East.
Yes.
What is government doing?
Even with what is going on in the Middle East, you know, exchange rate, especially with the dollar, has been very stable over these past weeks. Yes, the world market crude near there has even doubled. But price are ton at the pump and double it. When Tokwane started, you know, about 9.9 cedis, 10 cedis a liter, and then it's around 13 cedis. When even the dollar in the world market, you know, from $60 per crude barrel, to 115, sometime cried drew 120, some few hours nearly. Which means a double ye, say hit 120 a double, but at the pumps and double ye. Into the question, they say, now, ye clean, ye bet me about Bosiano. Let us not abuse it. And government has assured Ghanaians. And I'm here to tell you, say, Yanka say, okay, and ye bet me about Bosiano was into Yanko Burungum, there be. The MPP, am I who ye tino. Say Yabania be cleaning, am I and why corner? We are not going to abuse it. So we will maintain a strict your finances near the discipline.
Okay. So you would maintain the game. Maintain
it. It will even improve much better than we are observing now. So it's good. What is the MPP coming to say?
And I mean, Gabi, what's it about the camera? Good news.
They kind the Omoke King, SNP, and Yawan, a mere rhetoric. Dada, it's in a da.
Omuna, describe as a Johnson.
Standard and poor modis. Standard and poor for it. I am the canoe, so an SNP. They're okay at that. I didn't know what you say at that. Minaping, there is a structural weaknesses in our economic setup.
That's all my
which is generic. Enti a recycle, right? We acquire IMF many times since our Union Republic.
Yeah,
15 times, right?
17
times. What do you say reasons they acquire IMF?
The same.
One, debt restructuring. It means debt, macroeconomic stability, consistent for 17 times. Why? It tells a lot about how the economy is set up. There is a structural weaknesses. In the year 2016. In 2016, S&P 4 were now Omariti John Dramani Mahama. As of September 2016, 29 September, now a rating economic outlook B minus.
Yeah.
Reasons I say, you mean service your foreign debt, and you mean service a domestic bond. Is it not the same reasons? And a haircut buy.
Yes.
And you want to say it is not dependent on any government. Or how be a work the economic setup. 2017, and they move by B plus. It's the same S&P. Akufo-Addo abefa. So abe ni the B plus. Is that not it? 2018, one main B plus. Is that not it? 2019, the same B plus. 2020, COVID buy it moved from B plus to B minus.
Yes.
And reasons of buying is because of the shocks of the COVID, Russia-Ukraine invasion, and those things that we say, generic or exogenous factors now. Do you understand? And they over 2021, the same B minus. 2022 B minus. 2023 no, and the core C because of these haircut and mean service.
Echo junk.
What must say? And they are all more.
What can they call junk?
And they see,
but as a whole refer. But that is how.
But what it means is that it's a risky economy. Say that we investment that you may not retrieve it. It's not junk, and they say one amoka and so for a moment. It means it's a risky venture to invest. That's what the C means. And they Obana said that maybe also be drew the S&P can in 2026. They are saying that upon all the gains, say here, and you might have from there. Or say
borrowing.
Is it not those external
and debt services?
Because our economy is prone to external shocks. We know if you read the whole article, say the invasion of US, Israel on Iran. Ebema crude oil Ebema inflation Why? It talks a lot about the fact that our economy is not proof when it comes to external shocks. In Ghana for say, okay, baby, Akufo-Addo GDP after 2016 or 2017 GDP in that successive periods. Trade deficit from minus 1.8 to $2.1 billion. COVID bebo muna catch Ghana for say Russia Ukraine in ISR and for say to Ghana because we are far miles apart. And they yet the S&P for the two. But me tell you if you catch Ghana and Omampani say Russia, Iran is 7,000 miles away from Ghana.
Okay, the same thing now. We catch very well. But unfortunately, your time no, I it's we're supposed to close at 3 p.m. They say 3:02. Grateful, very grateful for this wonderful people here. Gabi Chere Jr. representing the NPP, and our first Evangelist Richard Pra. You're from the speaker. Yamfa abasubodi Emma Bans and Ask Media student Rudini saying Enoch one more and Ejina Cameron Echi Abwayes also the maestro the producer extraordinary ne Soja Nana and our first Ernesto Yabua KG and Abeku Krampa Samuel producer at large. Solid team pa. What? I know how to guy. Baumia. Okay, and yeah, what a solid team. You see, Yakubo, that's a ne. You must have a Ghana to say, Yakramo.